Hello, gorgeous Capricorns. How are you guys doing? So, the month of November for you, as you can see right in the center of your reading, is going to be all about healing. What's interesting is we have the sign of Aries coming through as well, which usually is about your personal power, your identity. It's being a leader in your life. So, maybe this is an area where you're stepping up in a little bit more. All right. So, speaking about healing, being the overall theme, you also have time for a nap. So this could really be about your health. You could be detoxing, you could be emotionally cleansing a lot of things and healing a lot of inner wounds. It does feel like a lot of your identity is changing, but it feels quite peaceful actually within this month, which feels very rewarding in some way because maybe things have not been very peaceful for you. The time for nap card usually comes in where it's saying it's okay to take a break. It's also really important to make sure that you are sleeping well, feeding yourself well, drinking enough water as well. It really feels like they're calling the energy back onto you within the month of November to make sure that you are resting in between all the work that you might be doing at the moment. And then you have door to personal healing and happiness. So this is about finding peace, opening that door to healing and happiness. So it kind of really just coincides with everything else. I wonder if 2434 means something to you guys. Don't know, it just looked interesting. Temperance being here, finding balance and harmony. All right, taking a pit stop, similar to time for a nap. I always say that this is about understanding that you don't always need to be making progress, especially because I'm speaking to Capricorns. You guys are known to be the hardest workers, carrying all that weight on your shoulders. Maybe you feel guilty sometimes if you're resting, don't feel good enough. Just remember, you are worthy of rest. You don't need to do anything to be worthy of rest and healing, of happiness. All right, you don't need anything to prove your worth for that. Okay, so some of you might need to understand that it's okay to take a pit stop. It's okay to refuel yourself. I always say, not only is it pit stop, when you think about actual pit stops, in like F1 races, I don't know, they kind of stop even before. They don't actually fully need to be on empty to fill up their tank. They're doing it for precaution so that they are ready for the rest of the path, no matter what it throws at them. So for a lot of you, I really feel like November is really calling for you to prep and to understand that you don't need to completely drain everything to then rest. Similar to what I'm saying about you don't need to do anything to be worthy of rest. It kind of feels like that. So whether again it's your sleep schedule, whether again it's your health, don't wait until you're sick to start taking care of your health, for example. Like, it's kind of like that I'm sensing for you in the month of November. Don't wait for the relationship to be problematic in order to kind of give it more effort or love. Like, that's what it feels like, but it feels like that to do with you. But if it is other areas of your life, then again, take care of whatever area of your life that it is. But that is an interesting kind of image that I'm sensing here. But anyway, she's balancing, she's creating harmony in her world, and that's something that Spirit's wanting you to do as well for you. Now, there's a lot of things going on in terms of your feelings and emotions in a month of November. I mean, we have clouds here, temporary problems. That could be what it is. Sometimes when things are a bit clouded, it could be about clouded feelings and emotions too. But because you have 4 of Cups, Knight of Cups, and we have 2 Cups here in a Temperance card, I do feel like they're really wanting you to focus on your emotional well-being and your mental well-being, your spiritual well-being, and physical well-being. I really feel like it's all to do with every bit of health to do with you, but again, definitely emotionally, because 4 of Cups, as you can see, she's over something. Her t-shirt says over it. She's got her arms folded. She's not accepting anything that's coming her way because she's been a bit disappointed with what she's been given. All right, so I would say for some of you, it's a really good time to be open-minded. Of course, be discerning of what comes your way, because you do have announcement over here and it could be good. But 4 of Cups to me sometimes is like where you just don't feel like it, nah. And maybe that's okay. Again, if this is because you want to nap a little bit, or you want to take a break, or you want to focus on your own well-being, then I think that actually it's a good time to reject things. It's a good time to say, actually, I don't need to accept this extra work or extra shifts if I don't have to, especially if I want to focus a bit more on my health. Again, really strongly focusing on the 6th house, and I don't know why that's coming up for you, but it's just screaming that for me because it's all about your routines. I really feel like you're changing your work-life balance, or your balance with what you're giving your time and energy to, and that's what I see with the 6th house energy. Is also again health. Okay, so that's also something that maybe you're doing. And if you're doing that to protect your peace and your harmony that you're building, then again, that actually does look good. Now, you have protection from a powerful friend. So maybe there is a friend coming through here that could help you in some way, whether it's to do with helping you with an opportunity, with some sort of announcement, or whether they are going to help you through some temporary problems. It does feel quite nice, whoever this friend is to you. Knight of Cups, again, focusing on your own feelings, filling up your own cup. Okay, there could be a bit of a journey that you go on here, whether it's a literal journey, you're going somewhere and it really fills up your emotional well-being. Maybe it's a bit of a timeout, taking a break. Again, similar messages coming through for you in November, a mental break, whatever it is, or just doing something differently. I'm kind of feeling a little bit of like soul searching, which is weird. I don't usually get that, but it's just the expressions here. It's like if things are not bringing you a lot of joy lately and your own goals or your ideas or even great opportunities just don't call to you, it just doesn't fuel you in any way, even though that you know that you would want these things, it feels like maybe that's because you're running a little bit on empty, and that could again really be why they're calling for you to heal at this time, to fill up your cup, to dive deeper into these feelings and emotions, to understand them, to wear your heart on your sleeve. It's a really good time in the month of November to be vulnerable, to understand where is this coming from, because what you might realize is that Nine of Wands is still there. You might actually be more hurt than you realize about some things that have happened in the past. I only say that just for a few of you, by the way. I will give you other messages around this, but the Nine of Wands is a card of having your defenses up, right? It's being on guard, being in almost survival mode, because you've been through a lot, you've had to deal with a lot lately, whether it be in your career, whether it be in life's obstacles, whether it be in conflict, whatever it is. She is the wounded warrior, all right? This card is the wounded warrior, so you have felt wounded, you have felt maybe, again, I want to apply it to your career, and I don't know why. Maybe you did, kind of feel like you messed something up and now you're always on edge and now you're always ready, which is fine. It's good work ethic. You're a fighter, you're a warrior. We love that. However, understand that again, this might be, again, survival mode. You might not be allowing yourself to rest or to heal fully or to let something go because of fear that it will happen again. And that's what she's doing here. She's been wounded, and she doesn't want to go through that again. So that's why she's constantly on guard. She's got her defenses up. So in terms of your feelings and emotions, there might need to be a little bit of a revisit here, back to maybe a temporary problem, to understand, okay, where did these wounds come from and how can I learn to relax a little bit, to rest. And maybe it is about asking a friend to fill in for you. Maybe that's what it is, and maybe they do. Maybe it is about getting a second opinion here, because the Knight of Cups does look like it's giving an offer to maybe you here, but I wonder how that will come up for you. And again, Temperance is just what it is. So you have honor and respect will come to you in the month of November. You have opportunities are waiting for you as well, and keep your life in balance with the scales. Let's clarify the Four of Cups for you very quickly. Why is this here for Capricorn? The Five of Cups, yeah. So you have been dealing with some disappointments here. And I also feel like you're worried to accept something just in case it ruins what you've built for yourself. Even if it's love, by the way. I mean, Knight of Cups could be a romantic partner, and that could be something that you're second guessing here. I feel like this is more of a worry than anything else. In your mind, maybe you feel like if you have anything else, it's like, I don't know, it's going to disappoint you. If you're open to something, it's going to disappoint you. Or again, you are really reflecting and focusing a bit more on the negatives or what's happened than the positives here. So Five of Cups does come always with some advice to focus a bit more on the positives, especially maybe even just a balance. And if you do find yourself being pessimistic or a bit miserable or a bit, a little bit of it in a dwelling energy, really kind of focus a little bit on a silver lining here. Because yes, things have been difficult and disappointing in the past, but there is something that you either gain from it or still have that you can do, something with. And there is love around you quite clearly with the Two Cups being there. Or again, it's like kind of, all right, this happened. Let's take the Two Cups and go over here and balance what we've got left. So, you don't need to wait until you're on empty. I really want to say that again. I don't know why they're saying that. Right, the Knight of Cups. Why is this here for Capricorn? The Four of Pentacles. So this is literally exactly what they're saying here. Being more open. Okay, again, a card of vulnerability, wearing your heart on your sleeve, expressing yourself maybe in your feelings, but the Four of Pentacles seems to be blocking that. it's a good time to focus on your foundations. All right, keep to yourself. If somebody is reaching out to you and you're a little bit, maybe it's a good time to block people just in case, because we are entering retrograde season, to be honest. But it does feel like you're holding on to something here, and it does feel like a grudge or something that might be blocking your growth more than you realize. And that's always hard to accept with healing. Trust me, I'm a human being. I get it so much. But try to find a deeper understanding about your feelings here. Okay. Because the Four of Pentacles, again, is like, look at his face. He's like, nope. You're not having what I've built for myself, or I'm not giving any of my time and energy to you. And you might be right in thinking that and doing that, but there might be something deeper that might be creating that trigger or that blockage. I don't know. Right, the Nine of Wands here. Okay, you have Judgment and Temperance. So Temperance coming back up again, Sagittarius energy. So this does feel a little bit like reconciliation. I'm not going to lie, because Temperance can really mean that, especially with Judgment here. But it doesn't mean you have to accept anybody. It just means that there might be a need to balance or create harmony in a memory or in your feelings, so that you can again heal and be happy again, especially if it's still causing some unhappiness in your life. All right, so Temperance, take a pit stop. All right, rest up. All right, focus on your feelings and healings so that you can level up. Judgment to me is always about releasing and letting go. And in this deck, you can see Center is rewarding the good, and the devil out there is actually punishing the bad. So if you have been wronged in your life, if you have been wronged in your life, again, which is why you feel that way, you don't need to see somebody else's karma as much as you may want to. Understand why do you feel that way? But also, you don't need to keep holding on to this or to worry about it anymore, because you will be rewarded. Like, Judgment is here. Judgment is all about the fact that the universe has seen everything. You don't need to defend yourself anymore. You don't need to protect yourself anymore, of course, unless somebody around you is still around you and you want to protect yourself. But you do have a powerful friend here, and I wonder, it feels like you are being protected. Good things will come to you. You can rest, you can relax, you can find peace with the situation and forgive and let it go, and no longer hold on to the pain of something, whatever it is. And Temperance, Queen of Wands, getting your sass back, getting your confidence back, getting your energy back up, getting your optimism back up. Interestingly enough, she's super optimistic. I say every time she comes out, because it's an important trait of hers, and she's kind of on the other side of the Five of Cups, which is pessimism, right? So when you find more balance in a situation, you heal from it, it does feel like you're going to get your flair back. You're going to get your passion back. You're going to feel more confident about yourself, especially if it comes down to love. Maybe you will find that you actually are a bit more open to love or flirtatiousness or people entertaining you in some way, with the Four of Cups especially. Page of Cups can, definitely be that there will be some romantic energies coming away, but at the moment you think, I'm feeling like scoffing at it, like, get away from me. Whereas this is like a bit of fun. I'm not seeing anything serious coming in yet. I'm not saying that, but it feels like you're getting this Sagittarius energy, which is all about flirtatiousness and fun and being more carefree and, not seeing it in a hurt way anymore, disappointing way anymore, focusing on that. I don't know, you're getting more happiness here, which is always nice, and maybe even more strength in your career, and more love for and more passion for life in general. All right, my angels, so that's what I have for you. I'm gonna love you and leave you. I wish you guys all the best. Have an amazing rest of your day. Let me know how this reading resonates with you, as we're now at the end of November, and if it's happened yet. But yeah, I will send you guys on your way. I'll see you guys in the next one.